I have on my Accuquilt green, could you tell? My Accuquilt green, I'm ready, and look at this. It's Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And I want to thank Jane. I haven't had a corsage since I went to the prom in high school. So this is very special. This is very special, Jane. I feel old-fashioned, but it's such an honor to be a mom, huh? Yeah. Thank you. So I want you to meet my friend. This is something a little special. This is my friend, Claire McCarnes. Do. Come clear over here. Smile. You didn't know you were going to be on, huh?
No.
I like your quilt.
Thank you.
Are we going to do this with the Accuquilt cutter?
Yes, we are.
Ah.
And we already have the template started to get the correct size.
Oh, good.
So we can redraft it.
Ah.
And this will be for the workshop July 29th.
Oops. You have to talk in the microphone.
Okay.
You might have to start all
Oh,
over. Here, I'll hold it for you, like secret. Okay, now,
All
there
right.
we go. Okay,
Okay.
that's good. Okay,
Yes,
go,
this is
Claire.
on. Is it on now? Yes,
It's
we're on. Okay, well, this is a quilt I made many years ago. I wanted to create a quilt where the stars were positive in the blue and negative in the white. And most of these patterns did not have that. So I created this pattern, made this little wall hanging, and also a great big quilt. And my friend just hand quilted the business out of this one.
She did, I can see.
She's gone now, but she did a terrific job.
It's beautiful.
So on July 28th and 29th, here at Quilt in a Day, we're going to have a benefit for the American Quilt Study Group that's involved with older quilts. And Eleanor's going to be on, I'm going to be on, and our friend Brenda is going to talk about Civil War recreation quilts. So there'll be 2 days.
Not you. Another Brenda. Brenda didn't know about the
Oh,
event,
I'm
Claire.
sorry. I misspoke. I misspoke. It's actually Bernice Foster.
Oh.
Okay. The bees got me. Anyhow, so it's going to be 2 days of fun. We've done it 2 times before. Last year we raised $1,500 for them. There'll be a silent auction. So even if you can't spend the whole day, you should come by and buy something.
Really? Maybe we should actually put it up on the internet. What do you think? I might.
Well, the publicity, you're on all the time, we know.
I'm on all the time. I know. I'm turned on, boy.
So anyhow, we're looking forward. The theme is going to be quilts, old quilts, our old quilts.
Our old quilts. I love my old quilts.
We drag them out of the closet once a year. Anyhow, it's like we're going to have stars, stripes, and patriotic quilts this time.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I think we should do a webinar on it.
Okay,
We
that
should
would be
show
good.
them our quilts.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be good?
So we hope that as many as possible of you will come and bring a friend.
Good. It's live here at Quilt in a Day, but I think we'll just uplink it and everybody can see it around the world.
Wonderful. Our friends
Cool.
in faraway places.
Yeah, this is very nice. I
So,
like it.
the last time I was here, Cube 6, we cut these pieces. And so now I
Cube
measured them
6.
and drafted a pattern. It's a little slightly different size than this one.
That's okay, but it's
it'll be
Cube
ready.
6. Good. Cool.
Okay,
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Eric. So, talking about antiques and old things, look at this. This is me beside this. See? Don't we look good? If I only had this on today, it would go right along with our quilt block. One of the oldest quilt blocks in history. Whoa, you know, huh? So I want to show you the book that I was actually wearing this. Yes, in my author's page, There I am, peeking right up behind it. So the block that I have today for Accuquilt was already done in Tales of First Ladies, okay? Tales of First Ladies, and I happen to have a Tales of First Ladies quilt that Patty made. You want to see it? Yeah. It's beautiful. I hope she gave it to me to keep. Ta-da! Whoa, isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. And this eagle was cut on the Accuquilt cutter. Isn't that beautiful? That's my die. That's one of my personal dies, and I love it. But this one you have to use a pattern for. So the block that we are looking for today is called, no.
It's right here.
Oh, it must be used twice.
Yes.
Oh, it is twice. It's down in the bottom. Teresa's going, it's down on the bottom. It's down on the bottom. And here it is, right here. And it's called Friendship, but originally it was called Double T. Did you guys know that? Yeah. You know, this block has so many different names, but originally it was called Double T for Temperance. Good, Orion knows the answer. And see, actually the way we make it in the technique that we did with without using the Accuquilt cutter, there's a second one over there, and the blocks are mirror image. And the reason that this block is in Tales of First Ladies is because it was promoted by Lucy W. Hayes, 1831 to 1889. She said, "Lips that touch whiskey will never touch mine." Down with rum. Do I look like somebody go out and drink rum today? Not really. But anyhow, I love, Lucy was the wife of the 20th president, and they called her Lemonade Lucy. Lemonade Lucy, because they decided to not serve alcohol at the White House, and her husband agreed. And so this is what they had, a tavern down the street from the White House called itself The Last Chance. Just to poke fun at the couple's dry policy. Is that good? And this is very interesting. So they called it Double T in the 1800s, and I'm just going to pass this on. Good, because that was just made recently. But now you get to see the genuine Double T, 1860. Isn't that beautiful? I love this, and I looked at it and go, that's not Double T, but the blocks are set on point. The blocks are on point. And when you look at, you're looking at your handout already. I see Linda looking up and down. So this was pretty typical, just to use the blue. There are actually two different pieces in it. And then the center was repeated in the border and in the binding. But it is really beautiful. It's very, very thin, very nice quilting. And if it has batting in it, it's really thin batting. But they did a beautiful job quilting it. So the blocks are smaller than what we're doing. But why do they call this Double T when there are obviously 4 T's in the block?
That's what I want to know.
What does that mean? Do you know the answer, Claire? No. Not offhand. Good morning. Come in.
They made 2 at a time, just like you.
They made 2 at a time, yeah?
Maybe by the time you finish drinking, you're seeing 4
By the time you're drinking, you're seeing 4 instead of 8. So it's kind of interesting, called Double T. This is another antique that David found. It's a little bit newer, but it is definitely Double T. Isn't it fun? So what do you think? 40s? 40s? I think 40s. Do you want to see it, Barbara? Woo, your way. And this one is definitely a lot thicker. It's definitely got some batting in it. But she made each block different. You didn't see it?
On this one.
Oh, it's more like the one that you have, yeah. Yes, you can. But the background and the block itself are different with the yellow lattice in between. Isn't that fun? So let's look at the back. You can see how thick it is. It's more like a Kentucky quilt. They put that wadding on it and quilt it. They're having a discussion back here, and I'm trying to get them to turn it. Okay.
She said it's called a double T for Teresa.
It's called a double T for Teresa. No, I don't think so. But anyhow, it almost, ooh, I see some Baptist quilting in there. Don't you? Huh? See, they just sat there and they went do 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 do, and when they couldn't go any further, they went back do 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 do. That's what they did when they were all lined up along the quilt rack, and they just had this much space. That's all the space they got, and so they had to do 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 do. Oh, get it? You just got to go like this. That's all you got to do all day long. And then they got it, huh? That is a good example of the Baptist. Okay, so take it away. And so now we come to today, the 40 fabulous books. Now, this is not all written for Accuquilt, but I have been converting as many as I can to Accuquilt. And we renamed it because now it's called the Friendship Block. It makes perfect sense, right? I mean, when you're sitting around drinking, you're friends, right? And then they take away the drinking and you're even better friends. So it is a name that's in Barbara Brackman's book, The Friendship Block, instead of double T. And so that's what we're calling it today, right? But I want to tell you something. I don't know if you had a chance to look in 40 Fabulous Quilts, but we did dedicate one page to the men that quilt. Whoa! Did you see? The men that quilt. And I have to correct a spelling. It says, these men come from the desert. And I said the desert. But, oh yeah, you brought dessert. And somehow I know it was the computer because I know it was wrong. You know, I had it right. You know how they check your spelling? So now it calls them the dessert boys. And the dessert boys came to class today. Are we excited? What did you bring us?
Oh,
Dessert.
raisin bread muffins. Oh.
You baked them yourself.
This morning, they said.
This morning. What time did you get up? 5 o'clock? Oh my gosh. Well,
They're
the desert
yummy,
boys
too.
thank us for the dessert.
Oh, yummy.
You already had some?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's just not fair.
Yummy.
Cool, thank you. Did you want to swing around and show them so they can wave? Can you do that? Will you wave to everybody? All right, 1, 2, 3. Orion is getting so good at swinging around. Okay, finally. Now, you get to see the friendship block. And this is going to be Accuquilt. So you go ahead and use your papers from the Accuquilt. But I just want the people to know that are doing the 40 fabulous quilts. Oh my gosh, you're all writing me and asking me for all of the Accuquilt directions for this quilt, but I can't give you all of them. I don't have all of them. They don't all work. But this one works. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so let us see. Do we have, look at Sue's on the back wall. I love it. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I love the lattice, and she just made multiple blocks and put them all together. She changed her colors, her quilts. And look at the corners. more flying geese. We're flying geese crazy. So we'll be preparing for Claire's block right away, huh? Okay, so friendship block. You're really going to love it. So we have four shapes out of a cube. Can you believe that? 4 shapes for this one block. We have number 1 shape, 3, 4, and 5. And so we have them all done in different sizes, but you guys must be hiding them. Do you have all the different sizes of the blocks? Huh? Yeah. I need from over there. Okay. So we're doing 8.
Very good. That's
Okay,
6.
okay. This is 6. Isn't it cute? So this is what Claire just said she used, 6-inch. That is very cute. How many of you had 6-inch cube? No. Couple of you. Cool. That's 6. Those are adorable. And this is
12.
my 8 cube. This is what I'm going to make today. This makes a 12-inch block. And Teresa's is very bright. And this is the 9 cube. Isn't that pretty? And this is David's. We should all hold our blocks. So we're in a row. Come on, you guys. Give that to David.
We don't have soup.
Well, oh. Okay. Come on. He's too shy. He pinned my corsage on. He did a really good job. Okay, so 6, 8, 9, and 12. What do you think? Fun? So if you don't have the 8 cube and you're making just a size, you don't have to worry about, only the 8 people are putting them into this sampler, but we're going to show you how to make another sampler using whatever size cube you have. Next time, I have the setting in my head, and that's all the further it got. But anyhow, we have quite a few, and I'm going to show you. Retake. Good morning. We're going to make double T. And this is the first shape. It's shape number 1, and it's medium for the center. How's that? And what do? Okay, let's move it. You put your mat on top. I have my Go Big. It's working.
Yay!
My Go Big is working. All you have to do is plug it in. And then we're going to go to shape number 3. And it says you have to get 4 different darks. 4 different darks. And you have 4 backgrounds, right? And it also says 4 lights. And what I'm doing with these is I am pairing a background with a dark. Okay? Penny, you okay? Linda's showing you, huh? So I have a green, and I put a background with it. I have a red, 1 red, background right sides together. And I am just going to go ahead and cut these 4 on shape number 3. Shape number 3. Let me find shape number 3. I'm going to put that on there. Good. And stack it up. And I have 2 that I can push right through together. Now are we cooking? Okay, and Teresa, can you come and take these off of the dies? Perfect. Okay, remember, put pressure, and you can just kind of spin them and slide them off. Ooh, that was good, huh? And take the extra and get rid of it. That's good. Okay, these are going to be all ready for sewing. They're right sides together, so you can take those. This is my center square. Smush it and turn it and get rid of the stuff, and that's that. That's done, okay? Now I have 2 more colors of This is very interesting. There's a little bug squished right on my fabric. It's a ladybug. Aww.
Poor ladybug.
Now I have two more colors. A blue, oh no, and this one, the killer, the directional piece. Oh no, the directional piece. And that all goes on number 3 again. Okay, I'm going to get that one ready. And now I need number 4. And which one is that one? What does it say? 4. Shape 4. And I need to have how many lights? 4. Okay, this is shape number 4. It's a quarter square triangle. Whenever we put it on here, you want to put all of your fabrics right side up. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, they're not all right side up. If you put them also right side up now, then you don't have to turn them later. But they were cut in pairs, and so they're, one of them was flipped. So if you make them all right side up, some of them were wrong side up, but now they're all right side up. Yay. This is the part of the flying geese, and let's just push those through. Woo! Okay. You can take all of those, Teresa, and get them all lined up for me. Just give me back a lid. And this is the last part. Those number 5, and these are half square triangles. Whoop, what happened? She's throwing fabric too?
Yep.
Okay, she's throwing them too. Okay, I need to have a total of 8 of each piece because we're making 2 at a time. So this is a nice long piece. It's 3 3/4 by 12 for shape 8. I'm actually going to fold it in half and in half again. I'm going to cut 2 at a time. So 2 times 4 is 8. Yay! And so I think I'll just do 1 at a time here, huh? All right, now the tricky one is the stripe. Are you throwing stuff back there? Okay, so this one,
Do that.
these are cute. Aren't they cute? Okay, so here you go. Keep 2 stacks of those. And this is a directional stripe. And this gave me fits until I figured out if I could try to get it in there all alike. So Teresa, just cut this on the fold.
Cut it and
Just cut it on the fold. Yep, just cut it on the fold because I'm going to put it in 2 different directions. And see if I can get my stripes going up and down and across. And now I'm cheating. Let me see. I'm trying to put too many through, but let's see. I have 8 layers. I did it! Okay, now a little pressure. Look at this. Cool. These are really nice, right? Half square triangles. That's for you. And now what I'm going to do with the stripe, see if it works. I thought that it would work, but I didn't try it yet. Oops. So I'm going to put it crosswise. So 1 set crosswise and 1 set going up and down. Think that'll work?
Should find out. You should be able to cut them at the same time.
Huh? It would be better if it were the right size. Okay, so let me see. So I'm going to take this off and look how cute they are. Crosswise. Whoa, that's good. Huh? Crosswise. And then this one, I'm going to put it on the die so they go, let me see. So I did crosswise, now I have to do up and down, right? Up and down? Yeah? I can just do one layer, up and down. Let's see, because the piece was a little bit small, but now let's see if it works. So I have the directional fabric. Let me see. Hold it down. Woo! It works. Up and down. Cool. All right.
I'm gonna do,
Now
Two.
Teresa's getting it all ready. Cool.
so that's
You
two,
laid it out
that's
really
two.
good. You laid it out really nice. Look what she did. She steps ahead of us. You went far ahead of us.
That's my job.
That's her job. Okay, so what I'm going to do is 8 half square triangles. And I just cut these in pairs. I took my 4 reds and I flipped a background right sides together to it. And so how many pairs do you get from one set of squares? Look at number 3. When you cut them with shape number 3, you get 2 half square triangles, right? Okay, look, I'm going to show you right here. So this is a pair. Am I going too fast? You with me? Yeah. Okay, this is what I'm making right now. These nice big ones. They're good, huh? And so these are the ones that I love to sew. I love to just assembly line sew them one after the other because they work really good. But I have red thread in, and it's going to be really good because you have to do a perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance. And so I put a jumper scrap in. My automatic foot jumps up, and you make your stitch. This has to be a 1/4 inch. It cannot be a scant 1/4. And so if you have a sew straight, you can put it on. I forgot to tell Teresa, but right here, my point is ending up on this 1/4 inch line. Can you see that? See the point? That's good, Eric. Thank you. You're really good and close. So whenever you finish it and you look at it, this is what you have to have, and this one is perfect because it starts right at the point and it ends right at the point. So that is very, very good and very, very important. When I started doing Accuquilt, I didn't realize this, but now I know. So that whenever you take it, and on this particular block, I'm just going to open and press it toward the background. Okay, I think it says that, right? Yes. And with the light on the top, and look, it's even in bold. You know why it's in bold? That's so you read it. Very, very important. But you realize that, oh, you know what? We could have all of the other blocks on the design wall, the different sizes. Put them up. Oh, thank you. That was fun. Oh, look at this. And so you just sit and you assembly line sew and you press all the seams toward the light, and look what you get. Woo! Am I fast? Yes. Pardon me? Instantaneous. This is because, okay, I have 4 colors here, and there is another set back there that's exactly like this one. That's the other half. And that's why we're making 2 blocks. Why would we waste that, right? Right. Oh, there's the second stack. Thank you. Cool. All right, so now I'm going to do what Teresa was working on right here. I'm on step number 6, and I keep on using the same colors that are in the illustrations so I don't get confused. Yay! So this is number 1. I'm calling this number 1. This is number 2. The blue is number 3 down here. And number 4 is the little directional stripe. And I have to see if I can work with that. That's going to be really exciting, huh? Okay, so the center is in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yellow in the center. With me? Okay, now, this is the tricky part. You lay out your geese, the white, the large triangle, and whatever is on the left side, then you put in 2 triangles, okay? So that's going to be 2 smaller triangles. That matches that. And on the opposite side of the blue, where the geese all point in, goes that. Ooh. Ah. Yeah, it's right. It's a T. It's a T, huh? Okay, so now I need the 4 from this red, and I'm just going to put the same red beside them. Once, and then this one, the second side.
Yes.
Another T?
Yes.
Okay, it looks really goofy for me, but anyhow, it's right. It's right.
Right.
And then 2 red. Notice what I'm saving for the last. 2 green. Like so. Good? Okay, now let's see if we can do this. The stripes are going up and down in this, right? Okay, let me.
Take that out.
I think that. Can I fix this? Yes.
See? Up and down.
Yay!
Up and down. Get rid of these. Get rid of these. Up and down. I did it in the privacy of my own sewing room when there weren't people around and I could think. Oh my gosh, how many of you are here for the first time? I'm usually better. You're here for the first time? I'm usually better. I can really think.
We have to come back and see, huh?
That's right.
Yes, you have to come back and see. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. Whoa. Okay, do you want to see how to make a geese?
Sure.
Let's see if I can do that right. All right, so now turn the page, okay? Turn the page and see. Let me see if I can just take. Oh. So you have 2 of everything, right? You have 2 of everything. And do you see how the white geese is pointing down and the pieces are on the side, right? Okay. So does this look exactly like 1 and 2?
Yes.
And that's right.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
We're to blame.
No, I don't know. Just everything had such a funny beginning that I just didn't do it good. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull my white and my green. And I'm going to look for my jumper scrap. Oh, I have lots of red directional jumper scraps. I have to throw them all away. Okay, and so now the arrow says flip it right sides together, right? You have a little jumper scrap in there. Flip it right sides together. This is good. And when you do that, you line up right here at the top. See how that little notch is? Is that cool? Do you see that little notch? You just line it up and look at this. Whenever you put the bottom, there's just this wee little tip. Can you see that hanging out? Hanging out at the bottom. And if you look at the illustration right beside number 3, my artist drew it perfect for you, right? And you start right at the very tip. You start right at the very tip and sew the whole way off still at the tip. You follow clear through the tip. And do you see the stitch lines? I made them make them real dark so you guys could see them. They're bold. You sew from tip to tip. 1/4 inch, no skimpy seams here. Okay. Okay, and then look at the picture. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to press these? Toward the dark. Okay, cut them apart. Press toward the dark. Do you want to press them, Teresa? Oops. Okay, so you open and you press toward the dark, and she can do that one. Okay, so you've got that done like that, and seams behind the dark. And now we're going to go next picture, turn it around and get the red. And there's a little flippy arrow for the red. See the red? Okay, flip it right sides together, and you line up both here and at the top. There's 2 places to line it up. Perfect. You just line it up right the way the cutouts are. Okay, so this is what Claire's going to be doing, huh? In light and dark. And what cube did she say?
6. That's what you say, 6 cube?
6 cube. Yep, the 6 cube. Okay. Where did the other piece go?
Oh, the one that you told me to press.
Okay. So this one here, like this, flip it right sides together and line it up right behind it. So once you get good at this, it just goes assembly line sew, and you just keep on working. You've got them all lined up. You know which direction to put your stripes, and you just go right along there. And now, once this one is on, the dark is on, now you just open, press to the dark. Ta-da! And then we're going to sew them together into pairs. You make 2 sets for each block, so it'll really be like 4 sets. Okay, good? All right, now, we've actually worked for a few minutes and not done anything confusing. Okay, so I'm just going to turn it like this. This is like the picture on 8, 9, and 10, right? Okay, and just flip them right sides together, and we have that good old V we want to stitch right across. The way the thread is, it comes up here and it's got that right there. See that? Okay, so line that up. And you sew all of these into pairs. You want to stitch right across that V so they're perky. On the other side. Oh my goodness, I forgot to do my geese joke. Well, we'll get kicked off the internet, I better not. They'll kick us off of YouTube if we start to.
You had them right?
Did I have them right?
You had them right.
I did.
She had them right.
How come I couldn't make them work?
No, but it works.
What I told you works. Don't throw everything on the floor. Now we have to pick all this stuff up and sew it together again. Okay, so watch. This is sewn, and that's going to go right in there, right?
Right.
And this is already done. Stripes going up and down. It works. Stripes going up and down. How about, do you have replacement for these two?
This one? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, do you have them sewn together? Mm.
They're right here in this pile.
Okay,
Maybe.
they are.
Here is the other one.
Okay. In, points go in. Right? It's right.
Yes, right.
So, in the end, is it confusing?
Yes.
Who said yes?
No, at the end it makes sense.
In the end, it's thank you, Jane.
During it, I was a little confused.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, you have to look at the illustration. Okay. So she is on step number 12, and I hope that you see Merritt's little seam, but it's really small on the side. Can you see that seam on the side? Okay, when I said press toward the point, I just press it so that it's going to the left. Can you see that seam there, Brenda?
Yeah, so it's actually going away from the point on the top.
It's going away from the point on the top.
Going towards the bottom.
It's going towards the bottom.
Yeah.
But away from the point.
It's going away from the point. From wrong side, press seams toward bottom point. Toward bottom point. Okay, we'll add that little word, okay? Press it toward the bottom point. Okay. So now let's see if I can successfully sew the block together. That ought to be very easy, huh? What do you think? So you're just going to really lay out your block exactly like this. Flip the middle row to the left. One. Remember, you're making two. I have two stacks. Okay, and then we're just going to go woo, doo, 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 right down there. So let me just slide it here. Woo! We heard something from Tony back there. Are you with me, Tony? Are you with me, Brian?
I am.
Yeah! All right. So, on this one, you remember how you pressed your seam toward the background on the half square triangle? Now when you put these two pieces together, the seams on the top are going down and underneath they're going up, okay? So those should lock together, and that's really good because these are very, very thick, heavy pieces, and it works really great if those seams will lock for you. And then the way I press the seam now, you will see, Brenda, because pressing it in the direction the picture shows, when you stitch over, you don't have to fight the seam right there. Okay, right in the middle. You're going right across. Okay, and then pick up the yellow. I have two of everything. I have my second block on top. Not good to sew all of them together. Okay, now on this one, whenever you sew at the center, it is a little hard to see your match point on the opposite side. Okay, and this one right here, the blue and red. And then again, your seams will lock right here. White going up, white going down toward the background. And it's important that you press that seam like that so they lock together. It's extremely bulky. Ooh, all right. One seam, I'm cooking. I gotta start all over again and do this class another time. There, woo, double T. Double T. Is it nice, Brian? Oh, thank you. It's very nice. Temperance. Abstain.
That ain't happening.
What did you say? What did you say, Brenda?
It's never enough, though.
I met Orion's half-brother, Chris, pulling out on Friday night. And he said, my home is right over there. And he's driving away. He said, Chris, you're going the wrong way. I'm going for beer, he says. Okay, hold this down. So right across the point. We're doing good. So Teresa, do you have all of the different sizes that we're going to lay out for a sampler?
You mean like the same
Sizes?
same
Uh-huh.
size, 12 inch? and-
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Can you put all of those pieces up there that we've been working on
Sure.
so they can see it? Notice that I'm pulling attention from me.
Something. You wanted it on point since you had that.
No, I would like you to just put all the blocks that we've been making that we're going to put together into a sampler. Okay, now this time when I go across, let's see how the seams are supposed to go. Let me see, turn, press seams away from geese. That makes a lot of sense. Away from geese here on the top, away from geese underneath. These seams will lock together then. Okay, so yeah, so make room for all of the sizes.
Got it.
We have at least 5 of each one. If you've been coming, how many of you are doing Fabulous 40 quilt? You are? Okay, so you're using the 8-inch cube and you're going to make this block, right? Friendship block. And we have a couple more that we did, just in case.
Pretty.
Need to be a little taller, Teresa.
I know, these are neat.
Yeah.
These are nice.
Yes. So David did these. So this would make one hunk of a sampler really fast, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They go really fast.
They go really fast.
Yeah. One block to make
Ooh. Can you imagine that size?
wow.
So those are all of the 12-inch from the 8 cube. Remember when we decided we're calling it the 8 cube instead of the 8-inch cube?
6 cubes, well,
Okay, and do you have Sue's blocks?
I only have a couple.
You have Sue's 6-inch. They're really cute.
Yes, they are very.
Oops, Sue's Barbara's finding them too. All right, let me see. So what do you think about Teresa's bright colors in her 9 cube? The 8, the 9, the 12, and this is the 6. And guess what? My block is done. And let me see. Yes, my little stripes go the same direction. I'm going to practice this before I do the next lesson, I swear. And now you're going to just take the seams from the middle and press away from the middle, and they'll lay really nice. Okay, can you see the bottom ones, the 6-inch ones? That looks really, really cute. So next time I want to show you a really neat way of putting the blocks together. I want to do a little scrappy leftover. Okay, I'm pressing. We're doing good. So I'm not sure how many blocks we can do yet from the Fabulous 40s, but we are going to do at least a couple more. All right. This is the lesson that I would just like to lean over on my desk and die. But here it is, huh?
You did wonderful.
Oh, I got it done. But so many screw ups. David did something really cute. There's new dies. You want to see them? Oh, did you shut off already? No? Okay.
10th anniversary of Accuquilt.
10th. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. 10th anniversary. Anyhow, they did a little frog. Isn't it cute? And this one is the elephant. And David took it home last night, and this is what he did. Isn't that cute? But this is what's really fun about it. Do you see across free embroidery download? And so you just downloaded this. You cut it out first and fused. You fused it. He did the little one. He fused the little one on. And then he downloaded the embroidery. And look how beautiful it comes. Isn't that cute? That is very, very beautiful if you can do that. And that is the same for the frog. It has a free embroidery download, so you can sew around that with your embroidery machine. So we have these on order. We don't have them in inventory yet, but they're very, very cute. And so I wanted to show you what's up on the top of the display. We did it again. Let me see.
What?
We won. Well, I won the plaque. So Accuquilt has a banquet like over in Las Vegas.
Oh.
And it's always an award ceremony. I could not make it this year, but for 3 years in a row, we are now part of the Accuquilt Elite Club. For 3 years in a row. That means we are with the top 3 dealers in the country.
Wow.
Celebrate! Balloons! But we couldn't do it without all of you. Really? Thank you for buying all your Accuquilt dies from Quilting today. Yay, thank you.